Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. In today's Zoom class, we discussed about the electrorefining of copper, which is on page number 195, 196. Previously, we discussed about the extraction of metal from the copper pyrite ore in detail, and at the end, we got the blister copper, which was about 95 to 97% pure. Still, it is having impurities in the form of silver, gold, platinum, zinc, and certain other metals can also be there in the form of their impurities. These are less reactive metals, and these need a special type of treatment for their removal. So, over here we will do the electrorefining of copper, which is the process by which the metals containing impurities are purified by electrolysis process to give a pure metal. First of all, we have to look at the construction of the cell. You know that the electrolytic cell is a container which contains two electrodes. The positive electrode is called the anode, and over here it is made up of impure blister copper, while the negative electrode is made up of the pure copper sheet. Electrolyte used is copper sulfate and sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is added to initiate the or facilitate the ionization process. This is how it looks like. It is having cathode, anode, and a battery is attached, and we will get anode mud at the end of the process. Now look closer to the diagram. The impure anode is made up of copper. Along with this copper, we have gold and zinc atoms, while the pure cathode is having completely copper. Power supply is provided in the form of battery, and you can see in the electrolytic solution there are Cu plus 2 ions and SO4 minus 2 ions. These are the electrolyte in the aqueous medium. Water is shown in the diagram. Come towards the process as soon as the electric current is passed. Keep in your minds the electric current passed over here is about 1.3 volts. So when the electric current is passed, the copper from the impure anode comes into the solution in the form of Cu plus 2. You can see Cu plus 2 and means that it has lost its 2 electron over here, and the loss of electron is called oxidation, and oxidation always occurs at anode. So at anode copper is oxidized in the form of Cu plus 2, and these 2 electrons which it has lost, these travel through the outer circuit towards the cathode, and Cu plus 2 ions from the solution come towards the cathode, and they pick up the 2 electron, and gain of electron is called the reduction. So copper over here is reduced and it is converted into Cu metal and will deposit at the cathode. So this process will continue till all the blister copper is converted into its pure form. Now where the impurities has gone, how the impurities are removed. We discussed that the impure copper have the silver, platinum or gold or certain Cu2 from the metallurgical process. So when Cu is oxidized, so these are left behind, and these are less reactive metals, so they do not react, they do not oxidize at anode, they will settle at the base, at the bottom, and this is collected in the form of anode mud. The process is after this process, the copper we get is about 99.9% pure, and it can now be used for the extraction for the electrical processes. Clear? Come towards its reaction, but first to do a correction in your books. The arrows in the books are drawn in the wrong direction, so do correct them. These are the correct reactions. Copper from at the anode is converted into Cu plus 2 and 2 electrons are lost, while at cathode the Cu plus 2 again they gain 2 electrons and will be converted into copper metal. This copper metal can be subjected to the electrical industry, can be used to the electrical industry. This was all about the extraction of copper and its purification. So now we will move towards the next topic, and over here in your books, dear students, according to the smart syllabus, the matter, the urea formation and the solve process are excluded. Fine. So our next topic is the petroleum industry, which is on page number 204 to 205. You know very well, dear students, about the industry. Industry is the area where useful goods are prepared, and when it is called the petroleum industry, so we will prepare lots of things from Petrol. It is not just used as a fuel, but other substances can also be manufactured like fuels. It can be used as a fuel. It can be used as a solvents, lubricants, polymers, and also for the preparation of polymers. Clear? What do you know about petroleum? Petroleum, the word petroleum is derived from two Latin words. Petro means rock and oleum means oil. So it is called the rock oil. Can we use it as directly as in the form of petrol? No, it is a mixture of hydrocarbons which contain the compounds of carbon, hydrogen, along with certain other nitrogen elements like nitrogen, oxygen, and phosphorus, etc. It is a dark viscous. Viscous means thick liquid, which do not easily flow. So it occurs at different depths of the ground. Clear? Dear students, make it clear, petrol and petroleum are two different things. Petroleum is the mixture which is obtained from the earth crust, and petrol, it is a component of that mixture which can be used as a fuel in the vehicles. Fine. Petroleum is termed as a crude oil, or it is also called the mineral oil. So mineral oil cannot be directly used. We can define petroleum as it is the useless mixture of very useful substances. Again, useless mixture of very useful substances. It means that when it is in the combined form, in the mixture form, in the crude oil form, it cannot be used. But when it is splitted or separated into its components, so each of the component is very much important and very much useful. We can say that petroleum is the useless mixture of useful substances. Petrochemicals, the petroleum industry basically work upon the petrochemicals. These include the benzene, ammonia, acetylene, etc., and they can be used to produce a variety of substances like plastic, explosives, and fertilizers, etc. From where this petroleum came into the underground, there are different theories related to these the origin of petroleum, but we cannot exactly say from where it came because it is used as a fuel from very older ages. There are different theories related to the origin of petroleum. For example, the volcanic theory, the earthquake theory, but the most important two are the inorganic and the organic theory about the origin of petroleum. Inorganic theory was given by Mendeleev, and he said that the metal carbides in the earth's mantle. What is mantle? You know that earth is having three layers. The top layer is called the earth crust, the middle one is called the earth mantle, and the lower one is called the earth core. So in the middle layer of the earth, according to Mendeleev, the metal carbides, when they react with the percolating water, you can see that it is steam. So when they react with the metal carbide, they will form methane. You can see the iron carbide has reacted with the water in the form of steam. So methane is produced and along with certain other compounds. This methane is the hydrocarbon, and hydrocarbon is the component of petroleum. This theory is also called the deep-seated terrestrial hypothesis. Keep in your minds, just a metal carbide doesn't mean just the iron carbide. There can be other metal carbides. When all of these metal carbides, any of these, when they react with the steam at high pressure and high temperature underground, you know that underground there is very much high pressure and very much high temperature, and there is no oxygen at that layer, so they will be converted into the hydrocarbons. Percolating water means the steam which can seep or mix easily. Clear? Now another example of the metal carbide is calcium carbide. When it reacts with steam at high pressure and high temperature, so it will be converted into acetylene and certain side products are produced. Acetylene is a hydrocarbon and it can be the mixture of can be the component of petroleum. Clear? But this theory was rejected by most of the scientists as it was not having any sensible logic. So the next given theory was about organic or abiotic nature of the petroleum, abiotic origin of the petroleum, and it was acceptable and it gained popularity. What is this organic? Organic means the word organic means organism. So when you know that life is started from very earlier times, and there was a variety of populations of animals and plants living nearer to the sea bodies or the oceans or the water bodies. After their death and decay due to the earth, they were decomposed, they were decayed, and under the pressure of earth and high pressure and high temperature, these remains were converted into natural gas and petroleum. This theory gained popularity, and now we will see that remain of plant were converted into coal and remain of animals are usually converted into oil and gas. When these plants and animals are buried under the ground or the under the earth, so they accumulated, and when they are gone deeper and deeper into the earth ground underground, so they due to the action of high temperature and pressure, and there is no oxygen underground, so they have changed their states, and they are completely converted into the coal or the natural gas or petroleum. This is the organic nature or organic origin of the petroleum, and I hope you can clearly get the concept of petroleum and electrorefining. We'll continue the topic in our next lecture. Till then, take care.